Hi everyone, I'm Kai Magsanak of Rappler. Beside me are Filipino-Australian performers Anne-Marie Bowdler and Daniel Ross.
Hi.
Good evening, guys.
Kumusta?
Hi, welcome to Manila.
Thank
Is this your
you.
first time here in Manila?
No, I've been here twice.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Yeah.
I've come a few times. Maybe every couple of years I'm back.
Okay.
Yeah. Can't seem to leave this place. Have to come back all the time.
Okay.
I haven't been here since 2005 though, so it's been a little bit for me.
So it's really good
It's
to
been
have
nice
you
to come
guys back here,
Yeah.
and thank you for joining us here
Thank you
at
for having
Rappler.
us. It's a pleasure of us to be
Yeah.
here.
So what brings you here? I heard that you guys are fresh from performances in Singapore. Tell us about your shows there.
Yeah, we had a show on Sunday night in Singapore as
Was
part
it-
of the sports.
Yeah, a lot of other
Yeah.
sports clubs from all over the world had come over to do an event. So we had the awards night. So we were just at the boiler room. And we saw like so many good performers there, and there's so many. It's good to be part of that atmosphere.
Yeah,
and the
amazing
great thing is,
talents.
the talents there were all Filipino.
Yeah.
So it's just great to be amongst so many great, artists that are
Right.
also Pinoy.
Well, that's great to hear.
Yeah.
Now, I just want to ask a question for the Filipinos who haven't been lucky enough to hear about your music. Tell us what your music is like. And
So mine is a little bit more pop, R&B. I've also been doing a little bit more dance stuff as well lately.
okay,
Yeah, you can have a listen on my Reverb Nation site. I've got all my songs up on there.
okay.
And, Danny.
Well, I'm more of a songwriter, producer. So I've spent a lot of time overseas writing for artists in America, and so it was from hip hop to classical, bordering on soul. My music that I write for me is a little bit more neo soul, R&B. So it's more of a niche. I love all forms of music. So I guess most of the stuff I do just sort of depends on the day. It depends what I feel like doing.
Yeah, well, that's what's good about us Filipinos, right? We're really all around. We can be as eclectic
Versatile,
as we.
yeah.
Yes,
That's right.
versatile. Exactly.
Eclectic, yeah.
So, what are we promoting right now, Anne-Marie? What are you promoting?
So we're on a promo tour in the Philippines at the moment. It's our first time that our managers brought us over to tour together.
Okay.
So I'm promoting a new single that I have called Falling Too Fast.
Okay.
Yeah, Danny's got an album as well.
Yeah. So we've spent a lot of last few years promoting back home in Australia and other parts of Asia. So we're just trying to bring the music to our homeland, so to
Right.
speak. And I have an album. I have a few other singles I've released recently, but we're trying to just promote just all the music that we have and see how it goes in the Philippines.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Anne, you were a beauty queen and then a model. Tell us about your transition from model to beauty queen to recording artist. Is there anyone that you like best and why?
Well, when I was 3 years old, I started ballet and dancing and singing and everything. And then throughout high school, like modeling kind of came up, and then the pageants, and just kind of was in there. And so I guess if I had to pick one, it'd probably be singing. So
It would
music
still
at
be
the
singing,
moment. At the
right.
moment, I'm really into the singing
Yeah.
right now.
Is there anything else that you see yourself doing aside from having a career in music?
Yeah, acting as well. So I guess,
Okay.
just the entertainer.
Entertainer.
That's what I want to do.
Yeah, so you're an all-around entertainer. Daniel as well is a stage actor. You were in Miss Saigon. Tell us about your time with Miss
Miss Saigon?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, after I did my beauty queen pageant, I would decide to move
Mr.
into
Australia.
Mr. Australia. I decided to move into music theatre.
Right.
I have a background, like my family used to be in music theatre. I had an uncle that was in Miss Saigon. So when we toured in Australia, and I was performing alongside Leo Valdez, RJ Rosales, artists that have been well established around the world.
Right.
And it taught me a lot of lessons. I just really, to be amongst those sort of artists and to be doing something that, you can be proud of was a really good experience for me. And I grew from that, I really did. But the real love for me is my own music and the creative side of that. Music theatre it's not for everyone, but it was definitely an experience I won't forget. Just to be part of so many great talents. And the thing was, half the cast was Filipino, you know, which was
Yeah.
makes you really proud.
Yeah. But you're a stage actor, you're a
Yeah.
producer, you're a songwriter. How do these contribute to your being a performer? And is there a difference between writing songs for others as opposed to writing songs for yourself?
Yeah, definitely. I think songwriting for others, you have to really understand what the artist is about, what they want. You know, they'll come up to you and say, you know, I want to do a hip hop track, and I'll ask them, you know, where are you coming from with this? You know, what sort of style do you sort of want to go with? Because everyone's got their own self-expression, and it's your job as a songwriter to sort of find what that is and bring it out. For me, I write music that I would love to do myself. Like I don't really focus on what's going to sell or what's going to, you know, grab more fans. It's for me what, you know, comes from the heart. So some people might like it, some won't. But for me, it's a passion that I need to do it. I need to write the song that's for me, not for anyone else. So
Well, that's important.
Yeah.
That kind of energy behind anything we do, it drives the energy, right? If it's from the heart.
Should come from you.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm curious, how did you guys break into the Australian music scene?
I guess for me, after the winning Miss Earth Australia,
Okay.
that kind of got me out there a little bit more. Then when I teamed up with my management, that's helped me a lot
Okay.
as well, get out there in Australia. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I mean, I did a little bit differently. I didn't have a passion to win. But my manager and I have been working like for the last few years trying to get our stuff on the radio,
Okay.
which has been like the biggest thing for me to get on the radio. My music is very soul and R&B. It's a niche sort of genre, so we've had to, you know, go out and find the small stations and then sort of build our way up, and you know, had to perform at a lot of clubs around Australia to get a profile going. But we've worked pretty hard at it, and you know, it's been great. You know, not having to go through a reality TV show to get recognized has been really good. You know,
Just shows there's other ways of
there's other ways of
getting out
making it
there.
in this industry. We were just trying to, you know, be pure about it and try and, you know, do it the best way possible. If you like the music, then you've got a fan, instead of, you know, trying to win a contest, which I would love to do one day, but you know, if you can't, you got to make other ways. So yeah, just a lot of promoting, a lot of singing, you know, a lot of traveling.
Big gigs. Yeah.
But you know, I don't think, you know, you want it any other way. You know, this is something most people want to be doing. So.
Nothing beats the product of hard work. That's
Yeah.
always a story that you'll be proud of, whoever you tell about it. Would you say that, Anne-Marie, in your case, you're half Filipino, and Daniel is 100% Filipino, raised in
100%
Sydney?
Filipino, yeah.
How does having Filipino blood prove to be an asset as performers?
Well, I just remember ever since I was little, I would be really involved with the Filipino community where I'm from in
Okay.
Newcastle. So I would be doing the dances and like singing with the choirs and everything. So that kind of, I guess, you know, fueled my passion for entertainment as well, because Filipinos are very into the entertainment.
Yeah,
And
I mean, look at the contests now in the U.S. American Idol, The Voice. Filipinos are making waves as well.
Yeah,
Just like
exactly.
you guys are doing us proud.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think for me, I grew up in a very Caucasian neighborhood. Like, you know, not many Filipinos, but my parents really instilled, you know, the Filipino culture into me. So, I mean, when we're back home, it's no different if I go back to Mandaluyong to see my grandmother. It's the same. Like the household's no different, and we still eat, you know, Filipino food. We still have Filipino friends. You know, it's not much of a change. And the good thing about Australia is you can, whilst you live there as an Australian, you can still keep your culture.
Right.
So it's
Best of both worlds.
best of both worlds, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've told us how in touch you are with your Filipino roots. How about you, Anne-Marie? You have a favorite Filipino dish or a Filipino custom you grew up
You know what
with?
a favorite is? It's balot. That's
No.
a favorite. Yeah. It's one every day. One every day.
That's probably the only
Is
thing
that the
I haven't
secret to
tried.
this?
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to look like Anne-Marie, you have balut once a day,
that's it.
and you look like this. You watch balut, it's gonna go, you know, through the roof. Everyone's gonna start
Everyone's
buying
gonna
it.
buy
Thank you for sharing the secret of your beauty. I'll start doing that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Once a day, every day.
I I ate everything else, I think, except for ballet.
Oh, okay.
I love
Okay.
Filipino food.
Okay,
Love it.
that's great. Who are your favorite Filipino performers?
From here, right?
Yes.
Okay.
From here.
Well, I really love. I've always loved Gary V. He's such a energetic performer, and who else? Ray Jean's great. I mean, Ogie Alcacid is a really good songwriter. I really admire him. I think there's just too many. I could really just give you a long list, but top of my head, those are the ones
Your top three.
my top three.
Gary,
Yeah,
Regine, and Augie.
yeah, definitely.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. How about you, Anne-Marie? Who are your top three?
I'm not too familiar with the artists in the Philippines.
Okay.
But I have heard a lot of Gary Vee stuff. He's probably one of the only ones I kind of know.
Okay.
So, yeah, he's very good.
Okay, that's good. Well, we hope that you get to meet him soon. Maybe
Yeah.
there could be a collaboration, right? In the future. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who
Hopefully.
knows? Have you ever thought about starting your career, jump-starting your career here in the Philippines? Or is that in the works? Tell us about it.
Definitely in the works, especially with starting this tour now that we're on. I have thought about it a few times. Like growing up, a lot of people would say, "Oh, you should go to the Philippines. You'll be a star in the Philippines." I'm like, I can't speak Tagalog, so I'm gonna try. I'm trying to learn at the moment. So.
Okay, that's good.
We'll see
We
how the tour
appreciate
goes.
that. Yeah, of course. How
Well,
about
for
you,
me,
Daniel?
I mean, Philippines is like my second home. So, of course, I like to do my music in my second backyard. You know, it's really hard. I mean, it's been a tough journey promoting back in Australia. So, I'd like to keep doing that. But you know, certainly, you know, Philippines is definitely in the works. And we've been working hard to sort of get ready for this tour. So, hopefully, something can come of it, and we'll be back again.
Yeah, stay
Yeah.
hungry.
Yeah, of course. We'd love to have you back here again.
Yeah,
Right?
of course.
Love to be back. Yeah.
When you have your album already,
Yeah.
right? And your second album.
Yeah.
Okay, next year. So, have you guys performed though in front of a Filipino audience? And if yes, can you compare the Filipino audience with other audiences?
Well,
How
yeah.
different are we really?
We're both quite active with the Filipino communities back home, so
Yeah.
we'll always do like the Filipino fiestas, which are quite big in
Yeah.
Sydney, where we're
Yeah.
from.
Well,
yeah.
for me, if you like Gary V's already come down, and I've supported him, Christian Bautista. There's been a handful of people that have come down, and to work with them has been great. And the thing is, the crowd in the Philippines and the crowd in Australia, the Filipino crowd in Australia, is it's the same thing. You know, it's like we're all, nothing really changes. You know, it's still sort of really appreciative. You know, I mean, Filipinos love their music.
Yeah.
So you can see they're so passionate about it. So when you're up there on stage, it's like, it's a little bit more nerve-wracking because you're expected a better performance. You know, they're very hard to please, but I think there's nothing better than performing to your own. You know.
Yeah. I
Your
mean,
own
we give
people.
500% support
Yeah.
to fellow Filipinos in any field.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's the
true.
thing about us.
That's true.
Yeah,
Very
that's
supportive of each other.
Yeah.
No matter where you are.
So tell me, do you have an unforgettable performance and why?
One of mine would probably be when I was in the finals of Miss World Australia.
Okay.
It was at the Star Casino in Sydney, so it was a massive audience, like a beautiful stage, had my dancers, and yeah, it was just like a perfect performance to me. So yeah, I really enjoyed that one.
That's great. I mean, besides Miss Saigon, Miss Saigon was a great experience. Last year I did a tour with Cisco. It's one of those old school R&B singers, which was fantastic for me just to be. I mean, I used to hear his songs when I was 12 years old, and to sort of be supporting act right before he comes on was a dream come true for me. So I mean, but there's just too many. Every time you're on stage, it feels like home. It feels like a dream. You know.
Right.
You could be working a 9-to-5 job back home, but instead you're on stage with performing to
Yeah.
thousands of people, which
Doing
is
what you love.
Yeah, doing what you love and at
Yeah.
the same time inspiring people with the songs that you write and you perform,
Yeah.
right? Who are your dream collaborations? If there was an artist, Filipino or not, that you can work with tomorrow, who would that be? Off the top of your head is?
Besides Gary Vee.
Usher?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? Seeing as that we're in the Philippines, I like to say if I could work with someone here tomorrow, it'd probably have to be Kyla. Really love Kyla. Great artist. I mean, some of the guy artists are great too. JR is a really good artist. Like his stuff. Chris Lawrence is really good too. I admire these guys because they, they're doing their own thing. But yeah, that would be like if I was to, seeing as that we're here, these are the people I'd like to work with.
Okay, so this is a call out to all the artists. Anne-Marie and Daniel are waiting for you
Yeah, here's my
to
number.
come work with them. Yeah.
Call us.
Okay, so you guys will be here for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
What can your Filipino fans expect to happen in 2 weeks? The 2 weeks that you'll be here in Manila.
I've got quite a few gigs lined up at a few of the nightclubs here in the city.
Yeah, we've got
TV appearance.
with Kuya James and Walang Tulugan. We've got a few radio interviews to do. We've have some exhibitions to do apparently. A lot of these things are just sort of, we're just pretty much getting them, we have to get them confirmed, but
We
most
just
of it is happening. So
August.
we're going to be all around Manila performing, a couple of clubs as well.
Right.
Hopefully we can sort of go outside of Manila and do something more regional. But at the moment everything's sort of Manila based.
Okay. Well, if there are any updates, your fans can get those updates from Rappler.com.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We'll
Awesome,
post it all.
Right. Okay. So my last question: your message to your fans, both here and abroad, and where can they go to get updates from you, also aside from Rappler?
Okay. So I've got my Facebook, which is facebook.com/AnneMarieMusic.
Okay.
I always post stuff up on there. And I'm just really excited to get closer to the fans and hopefully gain a lot more here in the Philippines.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can get my stuff. I mean, my stuff is on iTunes now, so you just have to search Daniel Ross, and it's there. I mean, I'm also on Facebook, and anyone's welcome to add me on. I pretty much post everything up there too, and you can just go Daniel Ross Aguilar, and you'll find me. That's my personal one. But all my stuff is on YouTube too, so and I'm very active when I can be, when we're not too busy. Yeah.
Okay. Well, guys, thank you for spending time with us here at Rappler. I mean, I know you may be tired, but I really appreciate your spending time with us.
No, thank you so much. It's a pleasure for us to be here. We're very honored to be here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we hope to see you again very, very soon.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Bye.
This has been Kai Magsanok of Rappler. Thank you for joining us.
See you later.